Falling occupants of interplanetary craft. Falling occupants of interplanetary most extraordinary craft. Hello, Kathy W. Hi, Keisha. Hi, Kate Sweetblue. Hi, Lucian. I'm just on Restream today. Just thought I'd hop on for a little bit and, just maybe do some readings. Was on watching Johnny and Jen Lynn and Becca. And, yeah. Hi, Sharon Side. Just looking at, let's turn the sound down, but when I pop up. Hi, Eunice. Just thought I'd pop on for a little while. I have another streaming thing that I use as well. Hang on. Down, but just turn the sound off on that. Yeah, I'm going. I just thought it might be fun to do some readings on just some fun stuff. Yeah. So we've covered all sorts of really fun stuff, including Bigfoot and yesterday it was animal shapeshifters. Yeah. Ms. Lady, hello. I don't think I've seen you before. Thank you and welcome. Everyone's welcome along and join me and on the live streams and stuff. And yeah. Yeah. There's been some stuff happening. I've been looking up what's with the troop withdrawal from Germany, do you think? I think it's distraction, just if they're doing it, he's trying to stick it to destabilize things more. I think he might have this view, or somebody's maybe giving him this view, that if America is in uproar and destabilized, they're more likely to stick with the incumbent. That might be true if the incumbent isn't the one to do the destabilization. Hi, Linda Barorian. So, yeah. I've got my hairband on. I love the hair. It can hide a multitude of bad hair days. Yes, just because it's short doesn't mean I had hair day. So anyway, just got to mute that. I was thinking, what can we read on? I'd like to have a look at Mitch McConnell. What sort of pressure is Mitch McConnell from the other senators? That's what I want to have a look at, from other Republican senators. So I thought I might have a look at that. Yeah, I said let's just do fun stuff. But hi, Michael Dowell. Love the hair. Thank you. Michael, welcome too. I don't know if I've seen your name before. If I have and I've forgotten, sorry. It was just an impulse to hop on, so I'm just going to take a little bit of time here to light candle. Oh, flames and cinder. To me, flames can burn up bad energy, you know. So anyway, I'm just going to use the spirit to protect myself, my husband, now, including fur babies. Sorry, guys, just give me 1 minute. Hey, baby, I just decided to do a bit of a live stream. Can I give you a call when I finish? Was it important? Was it important? You sound good. Okay. Sorry, that was hubby. He's driving somewhere, and I said I'll give him a call when I've finished. So, I have an elderly mother who's, you know, so I tend to have to answer this. But anyway, I thought I'd have a look and see if, having said, let's look at just fun things. I thought, is DT going to be bunker baby for a while? Could be. I just want to finish doing the. Now let's do a catch. My husband for babies. It's just protection, keeping everything to your intended pain. So finish. Through healing with energy to help us in the states and other places in the world where we are unnoticed. So access to wisdom and knowledge so you can share personal high forms of knowledge. Do this without a gender inquiry or find insight, clarity and objectivity in the questions I might pose. Thank you for putting up with that. I had not done any prayers before I decided to hop on. So I always ask for insight, clarity and objectivity. And I always try to go in without ill will or an agenda or anything. But yeah, I get the hi Rob, how are you? Annie, yes, how you going? We've got Neo with us today, but she's sitting up on the tower, so she's like, I look down on all of you with equal contempt. Typical cat. Oh, movement. Oh. Love my baby girl. So yeah, I thought I would look at Mitch McConnell. Yes, I said, let's not do politics, but you know. Hi, Connie Brown. And you know, this is a this is Restream, so I don't know if it works as well as StreamYard, but you know, free services, I'm happy to use them. Hang on. Am I stuttering or something there, or is it coming through okay? I look like an old lady. Okay. Oh, cards just went flying everywhere. So, like said, I'm curious what's going on with Mitch McConnell, not with his personal life, his wife, and any legal trouble he might end up with. I'm curious to know if he is getting pressure, he's under pressure from other GOP senators and GOP rank and file to stop backing Trump. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Kate. Hi, Debbie Fitzsimmons. So, is Mitch McConnell under pressure to stop backing Trump and to get rid of him? Crackling a little. Yeah, it's a different service from what I usually use. This is Restream, but I've only got a couple of hours, like 4 hours left on StreamYard. So I want to save those for like Wednesday and Sunday. Might only have 2 hours. Anyway, yeah. So, hi, Marjorie Lara. I asked the question, is he under pressure from fellow senators to stop backing Trump and to get rid of him? So far, I've got the Queen of Swords, which is a maybe, Judgment, which is a yes, and the Knight of Pentacles, which is a yes. So the story so far with this is, yes, they want him to answer for it. Yes, they've gone along with it and all that because they've had their agenda, but he's the bigwig that's been steering all this, you know, and they're starting to get their own constituents. Why, you know, and they want him to answer questions a lot more than he's answered for them. A lot of them have just and they've painted themselves into this corner because they just blindly let him do what he wants to. Not Trump. I'm not talking about Trump here. I'm talking about McConnell. You lead on, Macduff, and we'll follow you, or whatever. Macduff was actually investigating the murder in the Scottish play, as actors call it, or Macbeth. They just chose to follow him blindly. But now they're like, hang on, we've let you take the lead on all of this, but now it's time to answer questions. Then they're not happy. They're starting to judge him, and not good. And there's a point where it goes from trying to do the best to keep people in money to just going into outright mercenary. And a line, and a lot of them are feeling comfortable that they're being crossed so often. Little, I'm so sympathy for them. But anyway, so what else is in this story? The Chariot. They want movement from him with regard to Trump. They want forward movement from him. Ace of Pentacles. They know that if they want to keep their donors and even attract new donors, they have to get rid of Trump. And that's not going to happen unless... Hi, Debbie Ann. Hello, Connie Cat Mama. Unless McConnell says okay, we've got to cut him loose. McConnell's starting to feel increasingly isolated, like he's on his own. And all of these are maybe or yes cards in him getting pressure from fellow senators. Oh, look, I don't know if I can do much of it. I just don't think this is the best streaming service, so I'm going to keep it relatively short today. It's happening on mine as well. So maybe if I turn off Facebook, it might improve it. It's just not the best streaming service, but you know, free. Hello. I can have a look at that for you too. I'm going to try and keep this down to about an hour today. Okay. I don't think anyone can put up with the buffering for that much more than that. Oh, 90-minute massage, Sharon Lee, you lucky thing. I am so jealous. Anyway, McConnell's starting to feel a bit isolated from everyone. They're starting to turn their backs. You know, you do it or we will. You know, Eight of Pentacles. Some of them have started to look at the way things have been done, that they didn't bother. They just went along with it. And, well, if I just go and believe what I'm told, I'm not going to be complicit. But they're starting to look at some of the real details behind. And this isn't all of them. There are some that have known all along what the whole picture is. But I think there's quite a few of them that haven't. They've just gone along with it because they've been told to. And hi, Egypt. And now they're starting to look at it beneath the surface. And they're like, ooh. The Emperor. Yeah, they want him to get rid of the Emperor. And I think a lot of them are starting to realise just how far they've strayed from the rule of law, from doing their job. And their job is to make laws, pass bills, uphold the rule of law. And some of them are just realising how far they've strayed from that. Some of them might not care. A lot of them do. Because they like their comfort. The lovers, they're pushing for him to break the relationship between the Senate and Trump. There shouldn't be a relationship between the Senate and Trump, the Senate and the White House, in as far as they are co-equal branches of government, not with regard to who the incumbent is and stuff. There's more, but the sort of relationship that there is now, it shouldn't be there. So yeah. Yes, it is starting to feel the heat from other senators who have stayed very quiet for the last few years because they want to keep their little lives of luxury. Well, bad luck. You do a job, and if you don't do that job just because you want to keep it, that means you shouldn't be there. If you get voted out, it's all on you, buggerbears. It's all on you. So, what's that question about Trump? Oh, the baby bunker. Is he going to get stuck with the name of bunker baby? I think so. I think that's actually apparent. I saw a comment on the other feed that the Trump baby blimps were starting to pop up at protest again. Oh, I'd love to see that, and they should, because They should be protesting him along with George Floyd, because he has aggravated the situation and come out, and he's instituted things with fences around the White House and bringing in troops where they're not really necessary. Not seeing people storm the White House and stuff. People have been peaceful protest and breaking them up. So is Trump going to get stuck with the bunker baby moniker? For those who don't know what a moniker is, it's basically an alias or another name, nickname or a name. So is he going to with bunker? That's the other one, Uncover the News. Yes, I'll look at that. Yeah, other countries looking into Trump finances and properties. Thank you. Yes, I'll look at that next. But first, I just think this is a fun one. Is Trump going to get stuck with the bunker baby nickname? And are we going to see more of those babies? I hope so. I'm going to get stuck with the baby nickname. Oh, I love Glenn Kirshner. He is so cool. As for Mitt Romney marching with the mask, I think it's something up to believe it was the right thing to do. That part of him is a go out and show, right about. So, yeah. But, yeah. Anyway, so is Trump going to get stuck with Bunky? Eight of Cups. People are turning their backs on him, and it might even drive him to go well. And would hope so. King of Wands, he's working on temper tantrums. What about? What do you mean? Saying horrors, showing no compassion. Oh, he's throwing temper tantrums about it. The Empress. Yeah. Everyone's going to just see him as the baby. The Empress is the mother. The mother. This is you guys. Treating him like an out-of-control little toddler baby who's screaming. Calling him on his shit. You know, this is you guys. Everyone who's out there protesting and everyone who's calling him bunker baby, because he's behaving like this is the American people. Of people. She got, of course, represents death. I can't quite remember the story, but going down and eating the pomegranate, which is the fruit of death. This is you guys. You're going to bring about the end of this presidency. And bunker baby is going to help. The High Priestess. It's playing into other people's agendas. It is making it easier for other people to get him out of there, I think, or it's helping with other people's agendas. So keep it up. Not bad agendas. I'm saying that people have other people's strategies. Okay, it's a great strategy. As long as it's done peacefully, and also I thought that was wonderful what the mayor of Washington DC did with that street. Awesome. Have those things going. Every city in America should have a Black Lives Matter street, and they should have an All Lives Matter street, and it should have no police brutality street as well. But that's my personal opinion. me all lives matter, no matter race or whatever, but because of the times we live in, sometimes we have to also emphasize that that outlook is not carried through by a lot of people to people of different races, because to them, they don't count black people or minorities as mattering. So I can understand why, when it should be all lives matter, it's having to be distilled down to Black Lives Matter, because some people don't count others in their definition of all. So anyway, this is a great agenda, and it should keep being carried out. Okay, this agenda of peaceful protest. It's Knight of Cups. People aren't seeing him for what he presented himself to be anymore. They're seeing him for the false person he really is, and all his weaknesses. They're not seeing this large romantic figure anymore, if he was ever viewed as that. You know what I mean. Larger than life. Seeing the petty, childish, spoilt little brat who should never have been given America to play with as a toy. That's what they're finally seeing. The scales are falling from some people's eyes. Of course, there's always going to be that group of people who will never, ever believe anything bad about the man. But, you know, as long as they don't take that belief and use it to do harm, let them have it, you know. The moon. More stuff's going to come to light. Bunker babies. It's going to drive something. It's going to bring out an underground movement up. You know what I mean? It's going to bring out a movement into the light that's just been gathering slowly in the background. Yeah, I just think it's bunker babies going to help. I think it's really, you know, a lot of things by a lot of people, but this is the one that people want to show. They just like, that's it, that's the one. Bunker baby. And it's going to help mobilize everything that's been below the surface and bring it up. It's going to give them, I hate to say the term dehumanize him, but you have to not dehumanize. He is still a human being in the end, and he should still be regarded and treated as a human being. But it's diminished his stature to the extent that no other nickname has. It's brought him down to the level of everyone else to the extent that no other nickname has. So just remember, when you wish for illness on this person or this or that, he is still a human being. You know, the DNA will confirm that. Might not, but you know, all I ever wish for is justice. Whatever happens to these people is justice. So yeah. Okay, Patricia Ray, hello. Six of Cups. Bunker baby. They're just seeing him as a baby. They're just seeing him as somebody who has been overindulged and spoiled. It's going to stick with him. All of these are yes, except for the moon, which is a no card. All of these so far has been yes or maybe. Ace of Pentacles. It's going to attract funding. It's going to take funding Trump, and that funding's going to be offered elsewhere because people don't want their money to be associated with someone who's ended up with such a ridiculous epithet nickname. Sorry, this is not straight. It's just driving me nuts. Okay, I think it might be the angle I'm sitting on, but okay, let's see. Oh, everyone, nobody likes me. Everybody hates me. Think I'll eat some worms. He's crying over it. Oh my goodness. Four of Swords, it just might make him run away. If you're going to run away being caught something as ridiculous as bunk baby, you shouldn't be there in the first place. Time will tell. Now, uncover the news. Your question is, will other countries start investigating? Or will they investigate Trump's businesses and organisations in their countries? There's a lot. There's Ireland, Scotland, Canada. I think Canada are already investigating what they've been doing in Trump Tower, Toronto. You've got to continue the protest. Always keep George Floyd and the message about those things there. Don't take down those things. Make sure it's still displayed, but also add another focus to the protest, getting rid of 45. So, okay, I've got the Soroya Rose steampunk cards here. Those of you who haven't seen them. Oh, that deck I was using before, Mystic Mondays Tarot. And this is the Soroya Rose steampunk deck. So. Hey, crazy cat! Will other countries be investigating Trump organisations and Trump's ties, organisation ties to businesses in their own countries? So let's have a look. Two of Wands, definitely. They are. They're planning it, and they're looking at his. In other words, his around the world. He's been trying to. I think he thinks he's going to be the greatest business owner in the world and have influence in businesses in every country and business law to the businesses. I really think that's what he saw himself as, establishing business dominion worldwide. Six of Cups. Oh yeah, they're looking way back. That's also a yes card. And they're looking way back. The High Priestess, they're looking at secrets and his agendas with regard to businesses in each of the countries. They want him gone. They want him gone. Other countries where he's established businesses, they want him gone. So they have an agenda to get rid of him too. They don't want him to have any power when he leaves. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, his abuse of power within businesses, and his abuse of laws and business laws, and his abuse of employees and tenants as well. Yeah, the world. This is global. This is everywhere he had businesses, except maybe with more countries, but everywhere else, they're looking. I think even including Saudi Arabia, I think that they might not be willing to him if he decides to run off there. They might not feel it's in their best interest to do so. Justice, yeah, they're going to find a lot. They're going to find a lot. He's going to be, yeah, there is going to be indictments about his businesses in lots of different countries. He's going to be called to answer questions. He's going to have a lot of it. And, you know, they're doing it now. They're doing it now, and they're doing it quickly. They are, like, preparing. They've got a lot going on. There's lots. There's at least... There's real movement on this. There is real movement on this, these investigations. Real movement. They're not slacking on it. Will Pelosi follow the money to smash him? I'll have a look on that. Two of Pentacles. He's trying to manipulate and move down. They're looking at the way he's been manipulating money and stuff. Six of Pentacles. Oh, money laundering. Some of them are looking at money laundering, not just in the US. Been doing it all over the world, and they're looking at it. This could even involve Interpol. 10 of Wands. Whoa. This is 10. It's a 10, so it's an end of a cycle. But we have the full burden of proof against you, and we're coming to get you. I think even Interpol. It's Interpol in on this. It's Interpol in on this. Seven of Wands. Interpol. They're standing there. Yeah, he's going to have to, yeah. Knight of Cups. The false knight, yep. Three of Cups. Interpol supporting the investigation, definitely. They're providing support for investigations into the false knight. He's going to have to defend himself in other countries as well. Again, this is an interesting one. You've got the embattled knight, and all his defences are behind him. Wow. Yeah, big things. Lots of countries are going to be out to get him. Is he going to be an international bug? You have to answer to international justice. Now, Pelosi. Will Pelosi find the money stuff to smash him? Well, I think he's probably going to have a lot of suits in The Hague to answer to, like civil. I don't know if The Hague does civil suits, but I think they do. International Court of Justice. Will he try to get more money from the rich? Of course he will. You know, don't need to throw cards on that one. He's a con man. And he's conned people and he's conned countries. So, is Nancy Pelosi going to get the money stuff on him? Get the financial stuff to smash him? That was the question. Will Nancy Pelosi get the financial stuff on him to smash him? Yes, he has. And they're looking for him. Hello, Cynthia Harris. Welcome. I am slowly creeping up towards 1,000 subscribers, everyone, and I'm really, really just so honoured and cannot believe that. So look at the video, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. But you know, when I get there, when I do hit 1,000 and hold it, you know, because I hit a benchmark. Look out for a short video. Okay, so will Nancy Pelosi get the financial goods on Trump to smash him? Will she get the proof, the financial proof she needs to smash him? Play whack-a-mole with him. Ace of Wands. Yes. Yes. Actions, new actions to take against Trump. New investigations. Knight of Swords. That's a yes. But it's going to create chaos for Trump and in Trumpville. You know, Trump Organization, his family. She's a defender. She's a defender. Again, Trump and his dominion. She's gonna have stuff not just from the US, from overseas as well. Trump and his attempts to establish business dominion worldwide. He thinks he can recreate the British Empire as it was under Queen Victoria, but under Trump. He thinks he can establish a global empire. Seriously, he thinks he can create a new global empire. He still thinks that. Seven of Wands, there he is, having to defend himself again. Mind you, Trump don't look like that. He could stand in front of me and defend himself. All he likes, this guy. But yeah, no, yeah, there's stuff that he will have to defend if he doesn't leave quietly. The Tower. Yep. She's going to have the stuff to smash him, to bring it all down. Conflict. It's going to cause a lot of conflict. Not so much with the Democrats, but with the Republicans. There's going to be a lot of if a lot of the representatives and senators who were ordered to back in, they're going to be fighting in the Republican ranks when she brings out what she's got. And a lot of people are going to say, you lied to us, you told us this, that, no. And poor thing. You can see right from wrong. You can see a con when he's standing in front of you. You have to went along with it because having your position and stuff with, you know, keeping your cushy lifestyle more important than doing your job. So, pardon my language, but that's all those Republicans who just stood by and let it happen instead of doing your jobs. F the lot of ya. Anyway, victory for Pelosi. Six of Pentacles. Money laundering is going to come out again. That's the second time that card's come out. The Fool. New journey. A new journey. It's going to be bring about a fresh start, a new start. Ace of Cups. Ship between, it's going to bring about a new relationship between the executive branch and Congress, as it should. The relationship that's there now is totally toxic. Yeah, she's going to get the financial goods on him, and it might not just be the tax returns. In fact, I think that in the end, the tax returns aren't going to play that big a picture in it. I think it's going to be other things that come out. I mean, they'll certainly help fill in gaps, but yeah. Yeah. Let's have a look, can we? Oh, I've put in a UK to question Andrew about his relationship. I haven't really read on this, and Prince Andrew's screwed. 6 ways to Sunday. But what I'm not gonna bother, going into how it's affected his life and all that, and how deeply he was involved. But I think it was pretty deep, but not deep enough. You know what I mean? It's like he took advantage of it all. It wasn't one of the organisers, so that's about all I'm going to say on his involvement. Is that, he was a big customer. But will the US be able to question Prince Andrew? Will they get to question Prince Andrew? It's unprecedented, apparently, but, that's the question I'm going to ask. I don't know who this Uncle Blazer is. I don't, created a Twitter account and never used it. So, Page of Wands. News of actions. Getting news of actions. That's a yes card as well. Ace of Swords. Yes, they will get the truth from him. 9 of Wands. Yeah, he's gonna have to climb up a lot of stairs. He's got quite a steep journey ahead of him. 5 of Wands. It's going to cause some conflict in the royal family. So she goes, oh no, we don't want him to. It could cause a bit of argy-bargy, but that's no card. Queen of Swords, yes, called forth. 10 of Swords, no. Some people are going to feel like it's stabbing England in the back or whatever, but hey. 5 of Pentacles, he's out in the cold. Yeah, no, yeah, they're going to get to Nine of Swords, anxiety. Oh dear. Temperance. That's a yes. The Emperor. Yes, yes. Maybe, yes, yes. Yes, they are going to get to question him. He's in for a lot of sleepless nights. He's going to feel like he's being stabbed in the back. I think even he's reap what you sow, buddy boy, because he is going to be even more on the outer with the family. And it is going to cause a lot of internal conflict with the family. There's only two people I feel sorry for with regards to Prince Andrew and his actions, and that is his daughters. They didn't do anything to have this wipe as their father. And it's like, you know, he's going to be taken down from his high and mighty stance. I think lawyers are going to try and, or somebody PR is going to try and temper down the blowback from this, but no, it's just, yeah, truth's going to come out. Yeah, they'll get to question him. Anyone else got a question? That one was mine, of course. I do have a question, actually. Now, I've never read the Harry Potter books. I'm familiar with the films, but I've never watched them because it's just really, I mean, I've read a few fantasy novels and all that during my time, but it's not really my sort of, you know, thing. I mean, Douglas Adams, of course, wonderful. And I've read a couple of the wonderful Terry Pratchett books, and somebody with dragons, and McCafferty and all that when I was younger. So it's not like I've never read a fantasy book or anything. You know, yes, I have. And they've been quite enjoyable, the ones that I've read and stuff. I've never really been into Harry Potter. But we used to watch a show called The Two Ronnies when I was growing up. And they used to have these serials, you know, little story arcs that go through a whole series. So they serialized the story. So every episode of the series, they had the next part of the story and all that. And there were 3 of these serials that were featured the characters Piggy Malone, which was Ron Barker, the larger of the 2 Ronnies, as Piggy Malone, and the smaller of the 2 Ronnies, physically smaller, Ronnie Corbett, and he played a character called Charlie Farley. And I'm watching it, and I'm watching the start of the thing, and it shows a still of Charlie Farley in front of a picture of the Eiffel Tower. And short, diminutive, dark hair falling down across his forehead, brown glasses, jacket and vest, big striped scarf around him. Does that sound familiar? Diminutive, dark hair falling over his shoulders, round tortoiseshell glasses, coat, big scarf. Does that describe anyone you might have seen movies about or dead set? Harry Potter. Mind you, a 40-year-old Harry Potter, but still Harry Potter. Looks like somebody's dressed up as Harry Potter for Halloween. But this was 20 years before the Harry Potter books. So I'm going to ask, entertainment purposes only, YouTube, this is not saying anything about her stories and all that, because I haven't read them. Okay. Did she base Harry Potter's look on Charlie Farley from the Two Ronnies? I can look at Karen Pence, but first I'm going to do this thing about J.K. Rowling. Did she base Harry Potter's look on Charlie Farley from the Two Ronnies, a BBC program from the 1970s? Sometimes you need a little bit of a diversionary thing. Okay, so did J.K. Rowling base Harry Potter's look on Charlie Farley, a character played by Ronnie Corbett 2 decades earlier? Ooh. If it ended up in court, it'd be judged that she did. The Hermit. She thought nobody would see it, maybe, and the Hermit is a maybe. Knight of Cups, presenting something that is not real. Presenting that look as an original aesthetic, and it's not. Queen of Cups. Yep. She thought people wouldn't remember it. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's going to come around and bite her in the ass. Nine of Swords is going to cause her some anxiety. This is a no card, but everything else is a yes or a maybe. It's going to cause her some anxiety. Yep. I'm not the first person to notice. This is the Four of Wands. So, yeah, that's also a yes card. Minor celebration. She might be forced to acknowledge it. It's going to cause Two of Cups. Page of Pentacles, news about money. She might even be forced to make a payout to things and share some credit. Yes, she did it. Charlie Farley was a character. The British, if there's anyone from England or like British comedy, there was a show called The Two Ronnies during the 1970s, and I think it finished in 1980 or something. And it starred Ronnie Barker, who, if you've ever seen a show called Open All Hours, he played Arkwright, shopkeeper. And Ronnie Corbett, who's small. Ronnie Barker was a big man. Ronnie Corbett was a diminutive man, small. And they used to do these serials. So they'd have one episode for every episode of their series. They'd do an episode of the serial in it. And 3 of these serializations featured the characters Piggy Malone and Charlie Farley, who were detectives, private detectives. Now, I'll tell you what, I'll find the pic. If you were to look at a picture of Charlie Farley, wants me to use my password. Get over it. So if you were to look at Charlie Farley, the pictures of Charlie Farley, and I'm looking at this because I've just, found some of these serializations on YouTube, and And if you were to look at the pictures of Charlie Farley, I'm like, hang on, that looks an awful lot like a very popular character in children's movies. So, images, Charlie Farley, images. So, oh, okay, bringing up here, that is Charlie Farley, Ronnie Corbett, the smaller man, dressed as Charlie Farley. Series 2 was in the early 70s. So that's a character. Okay? Have a look. Have a look. Harry Potter. I'm guessing she stole the look from the two Ronnies. She's English. She would have grown up with them. I think she stole the look for Harry Potter from the two Ronnies. That's my personal opinion only, YouTube. But there's just too much familiarity there. So, is he a musician too, Ronnie Corbett? No, not really. I mean, they used to do musical number and all that, but not really, no. There is a resemblance, you think? It was the scarf that really got me thinking. The scarf. And then I looked at the gloves and the hairstyle and the sweater vest with the coat. And that's right. Okay. Exactly. So where'd she get the look for Harry Potter from? I'm not going to say the P word. I won't say it. I would spell it out if I. Plagarism. I think it is. Anyway, back to what does Karen Spence really think about her husband? She's a public figure. She does tend to keep a low profile, doesn't she? I'm going to use the 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot. Thanks for joining me, guys. This was an off-the-cuff thing. And I think if it ended up in court, she would lose. Yeah, I think she would have to pay recompense to Ronnie Corbett's estate. I think Ronnie Corbett's dead. I think he died a while back. Or to the estate of both those men. Yeah. I think she would have a case to answer. That was a really, really popular show. It went for years, and there were 3 of those serializations. It's not like she could say it was like, oh, he appeared once in a sketch, one time for 3 minutes in a sketch, so how could I really likely remember that? His character was in 3 series, in 3 sets of realizations of 8. So that's 24 episodes. 24 times he appeared. So, yeah. What does Karen say about her husband? Oh, my goodness. She just wants an end to it. She wants it all to finish. And I think she maybe wants an end to the marriage too. I've seen a Page of Wands. She's tired of hearing whispers about his alleged actions and his alleged sexuality and all that. She's tired of it. He's been her means of economic stability and for years and years, all of the household. Knight of Cups, but she knows he presented himself to her as something he wasn't. She's tired of hearing this. She feels trapped. She just wants to get away from it. She just wants to leave and you know, take what she can get from the marriage and just leave, you know. She's tired of it. And it was bound to happen because she married a lie. And she knowingly married a lie, but, you know, or maybe she didn't. Oh, this was reversed. The Tower reversed. Wow, this shake-up is going to come pretty soon. She's just waiting things out. That's the Tower reversed. She has plans. She has plans to go elsewhere and do other things. But she does feel like she went into this knowingly, so what else could she expect? You know? I'm also going to ask a question. Oh, look, she'd feel justified in leaving. This was underneath the death card. But does Karen Spence really like being called mother? Does Karen Spence really like being called mother? She made an agreement to let him do it. Policy detail calling her that. And I'll tell you what, when I saw that, it just made my skin crawl, and I think it makes her crawl. I said, does she hate it? Yes, yes, yes. She's heartbroken. She's heartbroken. It's a betrayal. She just wants out. She wishes he wouldn't do it, but she agreed to let him. 10 of Wands, she's just sick of this burden. She wants out. Yep, it makes her skin crawl when he calls her mother. I think there's implications of a very unhealthy, not sexual relationship, but an unhealthy dynamic between Pence and his mother. She married a mama's boy, and just makes her skin crawl. What's that? That was... Oh, yeah, they are, yeah. I don't know whether she won't let him go anywhere without her. I think he won't go anywhere without her. He won't let her stay at home. He sort of paints a picture of Karen Spence that she's, when he said, mother, we'll have to ask mother this and stuff, and the way he talks about it, he sort of paints that she's a bit of the dominant type. No, I don't think she is. Read what you say, darling. I'm sorry, but I mean, you've got to remember they're of a generation where marriages weren't necessarily a marriage of free will. Oh, I don't say she was forced into it, but she might have been out on a patootie if she didn't marry the right person. Yeah. Any other questions, my darlings? It's getting on a little bit. So, I think I might... Oh, will Pompey's wife ever leave him? Probably drop him at a... Probably, yeah, I'll have a look at that. Will Pompey's wife leave him? Use the same cards. Use the Karen pens. But it wouldn't be for the same reason as Melania would leave, or Melania is desperate to get out. Karen Pence has just had enough. She's sick of living a lie. Melania is desperate to get out because she wants to escape from Trump and the fallout. Pompeo. What's her name? Susan? Susan Pompeo. I'll have a look at the police reform too, Zelda, and then I think I might wrap it up, okay? So will Susan Pompeo leave Mike, or will Mike Pompeo's wife leave him? Hi, Mary Lou A. Thank you for joining us. I'll be wrapping up soon, but I've still got a couple of readings I'm going to do. Circles of support. This is interesting. The three women. Melania, Karen, Susan. She thinks she'd get support from the other two, leaving him. But look, yeah, oh yeah, she'd leave him at the drop of a hat. Betray him too and tell all his secrets. She thinks she's part of a circle of support of the three women. Maybe she is, but I don't think she is. She would tell on him at the drop of a hat. She's got a lot on him, and she's holding it over his head. You know, I can open up so many investigations with what I say. Two of Pentacles, she manipulates him like anything. She is the power behind the throne there. Knight of Swords, she creates chaos. In order to defend herself or to fight for herself, and she doesn't care who she hurts. She's a bitch. I mean, she's got so many secrets. She will create chaos to keep those secrets in. She will absolutely turn on hubby boy if he even her with something. She's got so much. and she's got other people in the Republican Party as well. She thinks she's got enough to bring down the entire party. She probably doesn't, but she's got enough to bring him. Oh, yeah, she'd throw him under a bus in a minute. Yeah, she's not like the other two. If he doesn't continue to fulfill the role she wants him to fulfill, she's out of it. Yep, she'll abandon him. Yeah. Yep. Nah, you're not going to have me guarding you anymore, buddy boy. I'm turning my back on you, and I'm taking all the defences with me. Ooh! How can she tell on him? Because what she has on him would put him in more trouble than anybody else. And she would tell on him in order to lessen what she has to face in court. She would be prime bitch. If there was a bitch club, she would be primo bitcho. Or Angelica Houston's character in Witches. Peel off the aesthetically pleasing outer layer and what he got underneath. Okay. There be real police reform or just lip service? I'm going to change decks here for that. I'll use the Royals. Will there be real police reform? I think of the three, the most blameless one would be Karen Pence. I just get the feeling from her that she feels she's paying a penance for something she did wrong, or would say she did wrong, you know. Night, Eunice. Hello? Yeah. Nuisance guy, I thought so. Okay, will there be real police reform? It won't happen while Trump's in office, that's for sure. But after Trump, with the new government, will there be new police reform? Eight of Wands. Yes, there will. That's a yes card. There's already movement in some areas. A lot of this reform is going to be at the grassroots level, at the force level, because the movement is gaining for reform is gaining strength every day. Also, Ace of Wands, new ideas, new directions. That's a yes card as well. Page of Wands, yes. They're going to be holding inquiries into actions, but differently, you know. I know there's a thing going on police. You know, they have to do something. They have to do something needs to be done, and they have planned to do it, because if they don't do it, they're not going to be able to hold the dominion over law and order that they should hold. What I mean by that is not abuse of power and dominion. In that is their dominion. That is what they should be doing. That is what they are there to do, and they're not going to be able to do it properly if they don't reform. So it has to be done. this is not people tattling. This is them going out and asking questions and getting news from grassroots people. At the moment, and this is at the moment, it started at a lot of police force levels, but it is going to grow. It is going to grow to encompass the entire police family. There's going to be sharing of information, sharing of resources. Of course, a lot of people like having their ability to abuse people away from them. So there's going to be some conflict with some people, yes. But it's just this over and over of these repeated has to stop. And they want to stop that. Nine of Pentacles. Again, Nine of Pentacles, abuse of power. Yeah. There's going to be some conflict because people want to be able to, there are some out there who want to be able to continue to do what they've been doing with impunity and get away with abusing power. So out of the 9 cards, there's 3 no's, but there's 6 yeses. Yes, some of it has started already, and it is just going to grow in strength. There is going to be some conflict, but it's not going to be lip service. It's going to be real reform. And it's going to start at the grassroots level, and then it's going to grow. And as reforms start at force level, and they share how they're doing this, how they're doing it with others, with other forces, it will grow to encompass the whole police family in America. It's not going to solve all problems. When you have a group of people who are given the responsibility to ensure the safety and welfare of others, there are always going to be people who see that as an opportunity for abuse. Where the biggest reforms have to be is not only in making sure they get that their responsibility, race doesn't matter, gender doesn't matter, religion doesn't matter. None of those things play in to whether somebody should be treated differently under the law. They shouldn't. They have to get that really, really bolted into people's heads. That is the first class they should take at the academy, and if they fail it, they should be out. It's as simple as that. But they also have to what was the thing I was going to say? Jump on transgressors immediately. One transgression, minor, benefit of the doubt. Another one, you're out. Big transgression, first transgression or not, you're just out. They're the 2 biggest things they're going to have to do. Getting rid of the abusers, or, you know, because some people transgress because they just realize they're even doing it. That might, and they, yeah. So, but big transgressions, you're out straight away. That's it. Yeah, they're the 2 biggest things. Making sure people pay at the start. Oh, and every police officer should have to declare their family relationships to businesses or high-profile people, whether it's a family relationship or a business relationship. They should have to declare that, and they should have to declare any conflicts of interest that comes along. They're the three biggest things that have to be changed. And yes, they are starting to move to that. But there's always going to, I'm sorry, my darlings, but there are always going to be people who take advantage. Always. It's just a nasty part of our nature as human beings. Who will combust? Bunker baby? Yeah. Yes, a psych eval and a complete inquiry into their social media should be warranted, yes. Okay, Ms. Lady, hello. Look, my darlings, I think it's, how about we do one quick fun reading? What haven't I covered in the fun stuff? What haven't I covered? I don't think I've done angels. Angels? Don't feel like doing angels at the moment. I'll tell you what I'll do, my darling. How about we do an oracle vibes for the rest of today, or for your time? Okay, Monday. These are gorgeous cards. Heal Yourself reading cards by Inner Eagle. Okay, so we'll do that. Let's have a look. So please bear in mind I might use the book. Okay, so let's have a look. Oracle cards for Monday, the 8th of June, 2020. I'll be back in again. I might make it Thursday this week. I usually do Wednesday mornings. I might make it Thursday. Not sure. I'll let you know. Anyway. Courage. Cycles. Pay attention to signs. Wow. Courage. Cycles. Pay attention to signs. Number 30. Yeah, these definitely have a steampunk theme to them too. This is number 31. See that definite steampunk theme to these cards as well, which of course makes them even better for me. Card requires you to fearlessly stride ahead despite the challenges you are expecting. Keep the protest. Keep writing letters to your representatives and to your. It might be a hard road, but you keep doing it in order for your message to get across. Don't be scared. You need to be prepared for challenges ahead. You need to be prepared for people to call you names or to call you out and say nasty things about you and this and that and the other. You need to be prepared if you're going out to protest for the not so nice people to, try and stir up trouble, and for police and security forces to maybe react in a way they shouldn't. Okay, you have to be prepared for all that, but you also have to be prepared in a way that, as I said yesterday, if you do go out and you're going to be doing some protesting, don't go alone. Go with at least one other person, possibly two, and also make sure a couple of other people who aren't there know where you're going, how long you expect to be gone, and when you expect to be back, and keep in text contact with those people. Don't get fired up by anyone who's trying to make you react. Maintain your peaceful stance. Look after each other. Make a list of the support you need to tackle the approaching opportunities. Okay. You are being asked to gather the courage to be who you truly are and stand strong for your convictions. Okay? So that's card number 30, courage. Card number 6 is cycles. So let's go and have a look at that. Life is cyclical. Sometimes things flow and at other times they slow down. What's your life cycle of your life you in right now? What is the one area of your life where you need to focus most of your energy? Each cycle you encounter offers fresh gifts and possibilities to learn and grow. There's a lot to be learned from these last few years, not just in America, but worldwide as well. Okay? Others have to learn from what's happened in America. These things happen regularly. They happen worldwide. Through history, you'll see times of tyranny, times of oppression, times of this, times of that. What do we learn from each one? Go back and look at the lessons that were learned from the last one. Have we learned them, or are we repeating the same mistakes? Write them down. Try and prepare future generations by instilling better principles and wiser guidance into them. Pay attention to the signs. Number 10. Signs are all around you. Open your mind and pay closer attention to your environment. Your angels know that you have been feeling lost about the direction you need to take in your life and the decisions you need to make. Your spiritual helpers have been organizing synchronistic events and support for you. Wow. Are there signs that this is bigger than any of us anticipated it could be? Pay attention to repetitive signs and signals. Again, this is going back to the cycles. What are we repeating from the last time? What signs are cropping up that were there from the last time? Take the signal seriously. Raise an alarm if you see a repetition of something bad. So that's Monday. Speak up. Have the courage to speak up if you see something doing the wrong thing again. But be prepared for what might come from that. I love you all, my darlings. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. And I will see you later in the week. Okay? Bye-bye.